Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me get IG on. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Hi, Angela. Hello, hello. Thanks for jumping on here. All right, here we are. We are live on IG. Yes, I think I'm on all the pages today. Let's see how well this works. All right. So thank you guys for jumping in. Hit like and share on this live. Today we want to talk about something a little different, but very important to our well-being, very important to our success, very important to our business. And of course, without it, we won't be as successful as we can be. So this is exactly what we wanted to try to make sure that we are all around doing everything we can to make sure that we are very successful. So, all right. So I just love it. IG said, I'm telling your followers that we're on. Yes, yes, yes. So today, guys, we want to talk about 3 great ways to invest in yourself. Hi, Risha Utah Smith. Good afternoon, Miss Elaine. Yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon. So, and thank you for always sharing and supporting as well. Okay, so 3 great ways to invest in yourself, guys. This is what we're going to talk about today because, of course, if you don't invest in yourself and make you a better person, it's going to be very, very difficult to run a very successful business, a personal life, and everything that matters, right? So it all starts with you. We hear the saying all the time, it starts with you. So this is exactly what we wanted to talk about today. So I will give you guys 3 points. There's so many ways you can invest in yourself, and you guys hear it all the time, right? And there's different ways, financially investing in yourself, physically, mentally. There's all these different ways to invest in yourself. And each one of those things are very important to our well-being. It's very important to our success, right? So what I want to talk about 3 ways that people don't normally talk about in terms of investing in yourself. And so this is why I wanted to cover these points because they go unnoticed most of the time because we don't think it's important, but it's even more important than some of the obvious things, right? So first point today, guys, 3 ways to invest in yourself. The first point is going to be breaking a bad habit. Now you're going to say, okay, break a bad habit. So what does that have to do with anything? A lot. Okay. It's a lot. It has a lot to do with you. We all have bad habits. Everybody does. There's bad habits that we have. And what it does, it takes up a lot of our time unnecessarily, which we don't think about. See, some of these things we know exist, but if you don't focus on it, if you don't think about it and you don't pay attention to it, it eats away at a lot of your positive time and takes away a lot from your success. And we don't pay attention. Again, like I said, we don't pay attention to this stuff. So when you want to break a bad habit, we all have bad habits. And it takes a while for us to build these bad habits. So guys, don't be discouraged. It's going to take a minute for you to get rid of it. So some bad habits, of course, that we know we all have. Sometimes Angela say, yes, we do. So, hi, King. Thanks for jumping on here. Hi, She Rise. Thanks for jumping in. All right. Angela Pay, thank you for jumping on. She said, yes. Yeah, Angela said, yes, we do. Yes. So, some of the bad habits that we all have, right? Sometimes some of us spend money just compulsively, emotionally. You get upset. You figure, okay, I'm going to go out and spend some money or buy something that I always wanted. And we just do it compulsively or maybe emotionally. So that's a bad habit. And some people are very, they do it so often that you wind up spending money you should be saving. Other things, of course, one of the most common people always talk about, well, I'm going to stop smoking or I'm going to stop drinking or I'm going to stop being on my device all the time. Stop being on the phone all the time. Stop watching TV. Something as simple as always watching television. When you look at these things, they are bad habits because you feel like, oh my God, I got to go and look at this program. I got to do this. You just make it a habit that this is what your routine is going to be, right? Stop going to bed late at night if you don't have to. But for some reason, especially somebody like myself, feel like you're going to miss everything. So you just, by a bad habit, goes to sleep late. And you may need that rest, okay? Some of us have habits like maybe always drinking something sweet after we eat. See, these things, you don't think about it as much, but they really are bad habits and you really feel like you have to do it. How many of you guys out there, every time you eat a meal, you got to have something to drink or you got to have, a juice or whatever. So it's like these are things that are really, really bad habits. And what happens is it is essentially bad for you physically, maybe bad for you emotionally, all the way around, financially, because you're spending that extra money. So See, you don't think about how this impacts your whole financial life and, physically and personally and emotionally. So we want to talk about breaking those bad habits, guys. And one of the best ways to do that, again, it says, is by replacing it with good habits. So what you want to do, I want all you guys, challenge you guys to list your bad habits, list all the things that you feel that you always wanted to change. Maybe it's one or two things. So just list those things and say, well, you know what, I'm going to, sometimes we do it at the top of the year, be like, this is my, resolution. I'm going to stop drinking, or I'm going to stop, whatever it is. So let's go ahead and make a list of those things, right? And so you want to start with that, first of all, so you could see what those things are. And then you want to find something positive to replace it with. So instead of watching TV all the time, you might want to read. You might want to do some research and get some educational stuff that you may need, right? So these are some of the ways you want to replace that with. Instead of drinking something sweet all the time, you might say, well, I'll just drink water all the time instead, right? So think about what those things are, what positive thing you could replace it with without really going, all the way off on it. And see how well that is going to help you. Again, like I said, we don't really think about these things. They seem rather simple and they seem very, 1, 2, 3, but for the most part, we don't. So Shirai says, I didn't think about how breaking my bad habit as a way to invest in myself. Yes, great point, because that's it. You're making yourself a better person. So you get rid of things that are negative to you. Okay. So of course, make that list. Think of something positive to replace it with. And then it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute, but it's very important to your whole well-being, guys. And you didn't start those bad habits right away. You probably had them for years and years and years, right? So it's not going to happen overnight. Risha says she's guilty. That's right. She's guilty. Okay. So give yourself some time. Okay. Give yourself some time. And then think about how good it's going to make you feel at the end of the year, at the end of the 6 months, or whatever period that is. Okay. So that's the first point. First point. Exactly. It makes, she says she's guilty. We're all guilty. All right. Second point. I love this one, guys. Number 2 point. It says declutter and get organized. All right. Declutter and get organized. Hi, Laverne Smith. Thanks for jumping in. Okay. So most of us are disorganized. All right. Let's face it. We are all disorganized. Now, it's natural for some of us to be disorganized, some people to be disorganized. There's other people who are very, very organized, but for the most part, majority of the people are disorganized, and it feels very natural. It doesn't mean that things are not, clean or anything. It's just disorganized. Things are all over the place. So in terms of can you put your hands on your important paperwork? You know what I mean? For example, can you find your tax documents all the time? Most people can't even find that stuff, right? So just different things that are just disorganized. We don't have a specific place always to put stuff. And even when we do we always do that? Of course not. Do we always do that? Do you guys' closet is always organized? Do you put everything back in the right places every single time? So that's one of the things that, we don't habitually do. And we think that, okay, it's fine to do that. However, you will find out sooner or later how when you organize yourself, right? When you declutter, and I like this part because the decluttering is not only on physical things. It's not like just getting rid of things that you don't need, but decluttering is also getting rid of, for instance, you go to your social media, there is negative stuff that you might be following. There's, negative stuff that's in your timeline. You want to get rid of that stuff. You want to put positive stuff in your timeline. You want to follow positive stuff. You want to get rid of negative, anything that affects you negatively in your life, period. Okay. You want to get rid of that stuff. That's decluttering. Anything that affects you negative, get rid of it and replace it with some positive folks, positive things, positive thoughts. This all is going to help you physically and mentally. Okay. So this right here will help you. This invest in yourself. This will make you a better person, make you a lot more focused, okay? Make you a lot more stronger, make you, it does so much to you. And you don't, again, think about how these things affect you, but they certainly do, okay? So you want to declutter and you want to get organized, and your mind will be freed of a whole lot of negative stuff, right? Negative stuff, negative things, right? Negative people. It's just all of that. And it really, really helps. Okay. And bad habits, negative habits, and all that good stuff. So you want to get rid of all that. That's decluttering, not just on things, but on anything that affects you in a negative way. So for those of us who's on social media, things that you look up, make sure that they're positive, you know, anything that's educational, anything that's entertaining, things that make you laugh all the time, you know, something that helps you to do that. That's the kind of stuff you want in your timeline, okay? That's the kind of stuff you want to read up. That's the kind of stuff. And believe me, the way the algorithm works, what you look at is what is going to come to you. So if you're always looking at negative stuff, guys, that will be in your timeline. This is how it works because they think that's what you're interested in. But of course, that's just the opposite, right? You want stuff that's calming, educational, things that are funny, things that relaxes you. And so that way it makes you a better person and make you more positive, make you stronger. You can think more clearly, okay? And it's all health or well-being financially and physically, mentally, and otherwise, okay? So that's the second point, guys. Declutter and get organized. Hi, Rod. Thanks for jumping in. We're talking about 3 great ways to invest in yourself. There's so many ways, but I'm talking about things today that we probably didn't even think about. We probably didn't even think that it's important, but as you point them out, right, it makes a whole lot of sense, right? Okay, so the third point today, this is also very, very, very perfect. Embrace lifelong learning, right? Now, for most of us, learning doesn't end in the classroom. We always have that saying that says you're never too old to learn. There's something new every single day, and you know, which is very true. It happens on a daily basis. It happens all the time. So you want to embrace lifelong learning, guys. There's so many free tools and different things out there for you to learn. So you want to spend your time telling yourself that you're going to learn something new all the time, right? There's information out there that you can learn. So you want to be able to do that. So you want to educate yourself, constantly educate yourself. So this is a part of you investing in you, right? It makes you more confident, right? It makes you more confident. And so it helps you all the way around, right? Your personal life, your business life, everything can be more successful when you invest in yourself. All right. So there's so many ways you can do this. So much information that you can get instead of, like we said earlier, spending time on devices and looking at television and whatever that might be, is just looking up information that can get you more educated. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about, specifically information on finances, which is one of the things we always go back to. You guys spend some time and learn some more information on finances. Like I said, this is always our number one thing that we talked about. But of course, there's so much that you can learn that will help you to be a stronger person, a better person, and give you much more confidence. And of course, all the way around, you'll be able to help yourself and be able to help your business and everybody else in your family and everyone around you, right? So that's my 3 point today. It is working on yourself. Like I said, this journey becomes much more difficult if you don't work on yourself. But if you work on yourself, things get a lot easier, all right? So guys, let me recap those 3 great ways to invest in yourself. Again, there's tons of ways to do this. A lot of it has to do with finances and getting assets and investing money and, you know, investing in stocks and buying real estate. However, we want to talk about the thing that's going to affect you personally, mentally, physically, and emotionally, right? So the 3 things we talked about today is, number 1, break a bad habit, which we are all guilty. I want you guys to write in the chat below what some of your bad habits are. Start with that. Let's see what some of your bad habits are. So, and then if some of us have the same bad habits, then we can help each other try to break those bad habits, right? So let's do that. So breaking the bad habits, replacing them with some good habits. It's going to take a minute, because we took years of some of these bad habits, but it's going to take a minute. So don't be discouraged if you don't stop whatever that is, or spending money irrationally, or whatever that might be, drinking, smoking, or spending too much time doing things that is not conducive to your well-being. Okay. So breaking a bad habit, number 1. Number 2, decluttering and organizing, getting organized physically, getting organized in your offices, in your home, getting rid of things you don't need. And keep in mind, decluttering is not only things, guys, it is people. Go to your timeline, follow stuff that is going to be positive, stuff that's going to be enlightening, things that's going to make you laugh, things that's going to be, you know, conducive to your health, to your well-being, mentally, physically, and otherwise. That's what you want to do. And Also, you want to make sure that, of course, once you start looking at all the positive stuff, that's what's going to follow you, okay? And it will help you all the way around. So, third point today, embrace lifelong learning. Doesn't stop when you leave this classroom, doesn't stop because you graduated. We are learning every day from each other. There's always room to grow. There's so many things in this world to learn. You're never going to know it all. Okay, so again, take advantage of all of the free medium out there that you can learn something new every day, whatever your interest is, whatever it is that you desire to learn, whatever you desire to know about. Guys, it is out there. You can spend time and you can just don't have to spend any money. Spend less time on devices, television, whatever that it might be, and spend some time learning something new every day. So if you tell yourself you will do that, it will work well for you. Take advantage of that stuff, guys. It will make you a better person all the way around. Now, the reason why we have to invest in ourselves so that we can be one, stronger, better, more confident, we're able to run a family and our business more successful, because we talk about business, making money, being successful. And this is one reason that why we're talking about this, because we need this before we could even do anything else, correct? We have to be right. All right, everybody agree on that? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys. So that will be it on the invest in yourself. Just want to point out things that you guys may not be thinking about, ways that you may not be thinking about that we are all guilty of having. So let's all start working on it today. So Risha says, great tips stated like, she said, Grace said, started like yesterday. I love it. I thank you so much, Miss Elaine. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to help each other break some of these bad habits, okay? All right, so that's it, guys. Don't forget that on the 19th, we are having our workshop. How you can get your business started. We're going to teach you how to start and run a successful business, all right? Again, I keep saying this, that we have started a lot of businesses in this town and all over, actually, over 35 years, helping businesses getting started, helping them along the way financially, with their taxes, with all types of business consultation, making some of the right decisions, right moves at the right time. So they're successful, making millions. We want to make sure that you guys learn some of the stuff and be as successful as they are, okay? So we're all got it. There's a lot of money out there for everybody. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make this happen. So sign up at elainesdesk.com for the workshop. We had a workshop that's very successful. So many people had so much out of it. I'm getting great feedback, and everyone is moving forward in their business, and they are really working it. So hi, Deborah Tucker. Great. Thank you so much. Labor Gal, thank you for jumping on here. Ravish Thing Events, thank you so much. King Lou, we appreciate you. All right, guys. So with that said, make sure that you tune in every Tuesday and Thursday. We have a lot, again, like they said, free tips that will help you personally and financially in your business, okay? Tuesdays and Thursdays, hit like and share on this live so everyone can get this information. And you guys don't forget to sign up for the workshop, okay? elainesdesk.com. I will see you guys there as well. With that said, you guys have a wonderful rest of, and look, this is Thursday already, so this week is up out of here. Wonderful rest of your Thursday afternoon. Have a fabulous weekend, guys. I will see you guys back here on Tuesday. And with that said, I want you guys to take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.